Everybody in America agrees. Shit is just too damn expensive now, man. And whether it's healthcare, taxes, student loans, or James Cameron's Avatar, Americans are increasingly united in their passion to find a way not to pay. In recent months, the looming student debt crisis has taken over our national consciousness like a brain tumor of financial failure. The only thing growing faster than the panic about this issue is the actual debt. Well, and the cost of education, I guess. But you'll all be happy to know that the government funding for higher education has actually decreased. So that's good, right? I honestly don't know. I skipped most of econ. It was a 9 a.m. class, man. Fuck that. Now, if you're like me, you probably just remember that you have a mountain of student loans, and your best repayment strategy is a Breaking Bad style identity switch in which you probably have to beg your kidnapper to drop you off in a moderately developed country. Well, don't call Saul, America. We've got some of our finest minds contemplating some out-of-the-box solutions to this problem. Like the good people at Forbes magazine, for instance. They're in touch with the pains of America's youth, right? In a recent article, Forbes suggested imposing a business plan prerequisite to the college application process because, that's right, they're Forbes. The plan would require all student loan applicants to create a viable 10-year financial projection of their career path, complete with detailed action items to make their education profitable. Oh, and you'd have to redo this plan every year to continue to qualify. Loans would be awarded based on aptitude to predict the future. Forbes, couple thoughts. 1, you just added pre-homework to the college application process. So square. 2, do you really think a high school senior's financial plan can substantially mitigate the financial risks of a college education? What happens when Joe Freshman realizes he's actually better at postmodern philosophy than computer science? That's not gonna help him earn a buck. Nietzsche was poor as so this unfortunate aspiring nihilist wouldn't be allowed to pay for college education anymore? What's your backup plan, Forbes? Oh, that's right. Joe Freshman works at a factory, and the good-hearted people at American Factory, wherever that is now, are supposed to subsidize his education instead of the federal government. On the plus side, he'll for sure be a nihilist. On the minus side, everything else. You can't require high schoolers to accurately predict the future or assess their financial capability. That's why they're going to college. Well, one of the reasons. Try again, Forbes. Oh, good, you did. This article suggests we put financial standards in place to pre-screen college students, similar to how we pre-screen home loans. Only instead of annual income, visa bills, hotness of spouse, and what college you got into, the loan criteria would include GPA, choice of major, and what college you got into. Financial awards would be handed out according to earning aptitude, irrespective of the student's specific financial needs or whether they'd actually be better at dance? I don't know. Look, Forbes, you can't predetermine people's ability to succeed. I know you guys like Gattaca, and so did I, but I think you missed the part where that kind of society is dystopian. Second, what are you supposed to do if you just want to study reproductive therapy at Podunk State? Go f*** yourself? I would if I knew how, but I can't afford the classes. Now, in case you feel like I'm only picking on Forbes, here's another equally frightening proposal from your friends at the Huffington Post. This article suggests privatizing the loans. Each student would be subsidized by an investor who would pay the entire cost of the education, sort of like Make-A-Wish Foundation for all of America's youth. In return, the student would be required to pay a percentage of their future earnings to the investor for a predetermined number of years. The article humbly suggests 15% of earnings for 10 years, or until the investor sees a profit, which kind of sounds like slavery. Or at least it's slightly more handsome conjoined twin indentured servitude. Hey HuffPo, remember how every pundit in this crisis kept throwing the phrase debt slave around? That wasn't the solution. That was the universally recognized worst case scenario. Nobody wants to be beholden to some rich bankroller for that much of their lives. At best, it's no different than owing a student loan. At worst, it's f***ing slavery. Also, 15% of your income? That's more than most financially oppressed students are required to pay now. So yeah, we're in trouble. Compared to these creative solutions, traditional ideas like cutting defense spending to subsidize higher education costs and just forgiving the goddamn loans sounds relatively innovative. And maybe that's what we'll do. But if it was up to me, I'd fix this whole thing by...
Sally Mae's there.
Sally Mae? They're here?
Yeah.
Well, we're out of time, gang. For legal purposes, I'm Adrian Ganskowski, signing off hoping there's no extradition agreement in Panama. Which I would know if I hadn't skipped comparative politics. Noon classes, man.
Roll sound, roll cameras, and action.
Hi, thanks for watching that video. If you subscribe to our channel and we get enough subscribers, I'm gonna pop this shirt off. Ladies, you love it. Guys, you're gonna like it too.
Are you okay?
Oh my
God.